Hello and welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. And we're going to have all kinds of fun trying to post for this thumbnail, but there are three, yes, count them up, three new loaded tot flavors, or loaded tot options at good old Domino's. They don't ever really do new items. Last time they did something, I think it's when they did the 3 dips. I did not review them. And, you know, for good reason. I just didn't want all that carbs, all those carbs. And this is a lot of carbs, too, so we're not going to be able to eat much. But we're going to work on this. We're going to try all of them. We're going to do the best we can to describe them. But the best place for the most perfect description is my description box or Domino's.com, in case you want to order any of these. But you got a 3 cheese, you got a bacon, and you got a steak and cheese. So we'll probably start with the 3 cheese, but of course the most important thing is the thumbnail. So trying to get all this together. Oh, the light is a struggle, so that's what you're gonna get right there. And we'll kind of zoom it in, but as for the food, there's a look, up close look, as much of an up close look as I'm willing to give you. And I guess you're supposed to take a knife or a fork and break all this up, but we're not doing that. We're gonna let it sit together. If you try and pick it up, it's gonna fall apart because it's tots. It's not got a bottom. It's literally tots on the bottom. So there's nothing connecting them other than the cheese on top. So the 3 cheese, it's got Alfredo sauce, it's got cheddar, I guess it's got American, and it's got mozzarella, as far as I can remember. But it looks really good. Like, it looks so good. So I'm gonna grab a row of tots. It looks like, if I can count right, let's see how many tots there are. There's 4 in a row, and then how many in a column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 in a column, 4 in a row, that's 28 tots. Just for mathematical purposes, if you're planning on getting these for a Super Bowl party. I knew these were coming the week of the Super Bowl, or before then. I knew that they had to plan this. But 28 tots, I think if you get all 3, which is $20, which I know is maybe a lot for some people, these would be good. I think that would be enough for a Super Bowl party as one dish. So here's the best look I can give you. I know the sun's beaming right in it, but yeah, let's eat the 3 cheese tots. Subscribe and like and comment on this video. Tots aren't quite as crispy as I was hoping. I like me a nice and crispy tot. The softer tot's not quite as good. As for the cheese blend, it's pretty good. It doesn't particularly stand out. I don't know, it's not something that really pops. It's fair, but I wish it was more flavorful. So, you know, it's good that we started with the base option so we can dive into what might actually have more flavor here. But I'd give that a 6. I just think it's definitely missing something. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get enough Alfredo sauce in there. But it's not like this. It's not reminding me of your typical 3 cheese, 4 cheese, you know, super cheesy thing. So this one's a little bit trickier to pull apart, because you've got meat and peppers and onions on it. But the Philly cheesesteak, as I said, it has shaved meat, or it has shaved steak. It looks like it's good. Okay, not mushroom. Got onions, peppers. I think it has Alfredo sauce too. Yeah, and then mozzarella. But there you go. Ooh, just dropped some on myself. Let's try this. Now, this actually has a really good, I only just had one top. It does have a really good flavor. It does remind me of a Philly cheesesteak. So that's a good way to start. Definitely saltier, more complex. The onion and the pepper adds that nice, distinct flavor profile too. And it really does match up with Philly cheesesteak pretty well. I'm still not super amazed by it. I'd probably give this like a 7. You know, and I think maybe the Tots are just kind of throwing me off. And I know a lot of you might say, well, you know, granted, the Tots have cheese all over them. Shouldn't they be soft? I'm like, yeah, I don't think they should be soft. I think they should be, you know, really nice and crispy. Especially when you're trying to melt stuff on top. That's got to cook long enough. But then again, you know, it's not about how long the tot cooks. You could cook those daggone frozen Tots at home for however long you want to in the oven. They're not going to get nice and crispy unless you burn them. So, you know, I like a crispy tot that's not burnt. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're going to jump into the bacon one. I forget what it's really called. But it's got it's got cheddar, mozzarella, bacon, and a garlic parmesan sauce on top. So I'm trying to pull this thing, and I think I got 5 Tots, but there's the best I can show you here. And yeah, let's try this out. This might be the best one. It's hard to pull them apart now. Now, a serving size is 1/4 of this. So, with, I guess, how many rows is there? 1, 2, 3. I guess like 1 to 2 rows is a serving. So, I've just had a serving and a half. But, you know, overall, I think this is probably the best one. From the garlic parmesan sauce to the savory bacon chunks. I just think it's got the most flavor to it. But I'm still not super amazed by this. Like, these Tots don't remind me of the Tots that I know and love. But they're not the worst Tots I've ever had, you know. They're fair, but I've had better Tots. If I went to a local place that actually hand cuts their Tots, called Venture, I would probably fall in love if they did like a loaded version. I think they do a loaded version. So, kind of put that in perspective with this. But you know, these are for $7 a piece, or it says $6.9. I guess I got a special discount because I ordered 3 of them. But with how it is, they're pretty solid. They're not going to knock your socks off. I give that one a 7.5. But yeah, I don't know if you're trying to decide, should I get these or the Papa John bites. I think I like the Papa John bites. At least the chicken parm, I like that more than what I've got here, to be honest. Maybe I'm having high expectations on these, or maybe I'm just lowering my expectations on things. As of late, maybe my rankings are lower. But anyways, that's aside from the point. I think these are solid, but they don't amaze me. So, you know, just think about that when you're going to Domino's. I tried to keep this review as short as I could. But that's your 3 new loaded Tots. What do you guys think? Are you going to grab them for the Super Bowl party? Are you going to grab them in general? Have you tried them? Because they just came out yesterday or the day before. I don't know when I'm uploading this. I assume today. But, you know, what are your thoughts? Other than that, I'll see y'all around.